What's going on, guys? Hanging around in the shade. What is going on? I just made me some instant coffee, Nescafe. Put some non-dairy creamer in there, a little bit of Splenda, and it's pretty good for instant coffee. This is what it looks like right here. Kind of holding this glass with a paper towel. This glass is not really made for coffee, but thought I'd come on here, sip my Nescafe while I talk to you guys. Hanging around in the shade. I got a little bit of allergies going on. Waking up with a runny nose. Taking a little bit of allergy pills for that. Hanging around in the shade, having a coffee. Thought I'd come on here and pop in for you guys. And I titled this video here, The Positive Aspects of Inflation and the Pandemic from a Nomad's Perspective. I always try to look at the positive aspect of things instead of dwell on much of the negative, because, you know, it's always better to look at the pros and the cons. So I thought, I love having my caffeine, sitting in the shade and talking to you guys here. Nomad's Perspective. Takes about 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes for that coffee to cool down. Well, when the pandemic hit, as you guys know, gas prices went down to a record low. I remember seeing gas for 99 cents a gallon in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. And I believe in the, if I'm not mistaken, in the Chicagoland area, it was about $1.79. When the whole pandemic thing hit, you know, hotels went down, airfare went down. And I guess that was the positive aspect of it. You know. But anyways, now we're in the inflation period. This period reminds me of the time when we had the recession of '08, around that time, '08, '09. People were losing their jobs left and right. I got laid off. I was on unemployment for like 99 weeks. There wasn't any jobs. And the country was on a hiatus at that time. Things rebounded a little bit. I got back into the workforce around 2012, started working, I think, from 2012 to about 2014. Things were getting a little bit better. Obama took office. Obamacare was pushed through. And the big companies got bailed out. And a lot of people lost their homes. Then we had a pretty good trend from around you know, around about 2012 to about all the way up to about 2020, we were doing pretty good. The economy was getting back, jobs were getting back, gas prices were going down with Trump. And then the pandemic hits. And obviously we know what happens when that happened. So the pandemic hit, you know, all the prices went down, people were off the roads. A lot of people died. Now we're in the period where they gave out all this free money and stimulus package to reinflate the economy. Well, just printing out more money, putting us in more debt. Did it help people out in the tough times? Yeah, sure. Let us put a Band-Aid on a wound. On a wound that won't heal, which is our debt, our deficit. Now interest rates are rising. Gold is stabilizing and going up. And your dollar is being worth less. We're moving into the times of digital currency. To a time of all state real estate highs. All-time prices of vehicles and RVs are high. Gas is high. Went down a little bit, but still pretty high. And then we have basically interest rates going up and the real estate market crashing, going down. Commercial real estate, a lot of places empty. And residential real estate, it's going to get hit up pretty hard when this all crashes down. What happens after that? Foreclosures, do people lose their homes? And as far as rebuilding our economy, whatever's left, patchwork. We've turned into basically a manufacturing, industrial-based society, where we're at our strongest, to pretty much a consumer-based, tourism-based, service-based economy. A lot of jobs out there that are available. How you doing, Chris? A lot of jobs out there obviously are in the medical field. We have a need for mechanics, teachers, truck drivers, bus drivers, security officers. And the strongest base of our economy. How you doing, brother? The strongest base of our economy and the backbone of America has been minimalized. Yeah, how you doing, Chris? Yeah. So the base of our economy, which was strong, you know, in the 70s and 80s, going into the 90s before NAFTA was signed up, our manufacturing economy and industrial economy has went down the tubes. So now we're left with a fraction of the economy that we had. How you doing, Mike? So folks, the bottom line is there's a few jobs left for the few good people that want to work, and there's a lot of handouts for the people that don't want to work. We've turned into pretty much a socialist economy. A lot of people are out there getting free handouts when they don't need them and they can work, but the problem is there's not enough jobs anyway. A lot of the jobs that could be provided for Americans don't want to do. Construction jobs, working out in the fields, a lot of service-based jobs. And now it's the American dream for young Americans growing up. College debt, get your degree, and get out there and get a job. And the bottom line is, there's only so much jobs to go around out there. A lot of the jobs that are being filled in the field is, for example, my field of being a security officer. Back in the day, you'd have a lot of good people in the industry, a lot of retired law enforcement, military, working in the office, working as officers. Now you have a lot of young people that just want a job and get a paycheck. They don't really take pride in their job or their appearance or the uniform. And a lot of people that are in the offices, instead of being ex-law enforcement and military and people with a lot of security officer experience, a lot of these people are young. Young people look pretty in a suit. They might be good with computers and good at doing payroll and pushing paper, but they have the slightest idea of the way the business works, and having charisma and having experience and talent. And they just hire people based upon how they look and their age. They don't really hire people based upon their experience and knowledge. Back when I could talk to a security branch manager and be presented with job opportunities, usually was going to be a white man or a black man. Now you have a lot of women that are hiring, recruiters, women in the office, women in HR, and they're just there to push paper and bring people in, and they don't really weed out the good and the bad. So back in the day, you know, not anybody could just be a security officer. You had to provide a good level of customer service. You had to carry yourself in a professional manner, and you'd have to have an ability to demonstrate communication skills, get along with people, and provide excellent customer service. And now, unfortunately, everybody wants to be a security officer. Just because you're a security officer doesn't mean you're a good one. So the bottom line is, folks, we're living in a world where people are just getting hired based upon their education level, their age, their looks. They want somebody to look good and young, not necessarily have the experience or the charisma. That's the way the world's going, you know, in this day and age. I don't use any guards. I just use the trimmer. So folks, I'm here to we'll point out the cons of the inflation and pandemic. Obviously, you know, a lot of people lost their jobs. That's not a good thing, but a lot of people right now in many industries are working from home. The good thing about that is there's less people on the road, there's less traffic, there's less waste of fuel. And actually, in a way, not having the human interaction is not a good thing socially, but it brings down our carbon footprint, because if a lot of people are working from home, you're wasting less gas, less time, less pollution. It's better for the environment, and it's better for the bottom line, everybody's dollar. It actually makes a security officer's job easier because you have less people in the building to deal with. But also, part and parcel to that, by having less people out there in the workforce physically, you're actually eliminating a lot more security jobs also. So it's a double-edged sword. It's good for the worker. It's probably bad for the security industry, because if you need less security in a place, you're going to have less guards, which means less man hours, which means less security work for the people. So they keep a minimum amount or skeleton crew of security officers. Less security, basically. So that's kind of diminished the security industry in a way, where you have less officers overall, less posts. But in turn, it's good for the worker, right? Because they're not wasting gas and time to get to work. It's kind of made the security jobs kind of boring because you barely see anybody anymore. You're just in a building and securing the building and making your rounds and talking to the few people that are there, like maintenance and janitorial and IT people and people in those sort of jobs. Or a lot of the people that are in the jobs are not in the offices at the job sites. They're mostly hands-on people if they're working in some sort of manufacturing, or if they're maintenance or cleaning people, delivery people, IT. There's a handful of people that are out there that you're dealing with as a security officer, which in turn, like I said, makes the job boring, but makes it easier, less to do. But in turn reduces the amount of security posts, because if you have less people, you need less security. You still need security, but you have less security. So does it benefit the carbon footprint and the pollution and the consumption of gas? Yes. But in turn, it cuts down on more officers. It's just like self-check cashiers. You go to Walmart, you go to a lot of grocery stores, you got self-checkout. And so you might have 10 self-checkouts and one person watching those checkouts, as opposed to having 10 cashiers. Which, the machines and the technology are eliminating the jobs that otherwise people would post at. Whether it's a security officer, whether it's a cashier, it affects, the technology affects a lot of levels of jobs. Technology has made it convenient for us in a lot of ways. We don't have to call a taxi cab company anymore. We can order an Uber or a Lyft. We can order a lot of things online. We can order food online. The technology with Google Maps and using Google Maps and being able to navigate, having the internet, having to be able to find places, has been a great tool. Technology is a double-edged sword. You know, it eliminates a lot of jobs. It also eliminates a lot of pollution and gas waste. But at the same time, it eliminates a lot of jobs. So it's a double-edged sword. Take away when you want it. And now we go out and look at, let's see more of the positives of inflation, which there's not much. Everything's going up. Everything's more money. Well, the pay rates have gone up. I don't know if they've gone up in conjunction with the cost of living, but everything is up. Rent, food, everything. In a way, inflation benefits partially benefits a nomad, because if you can try to eat, prepare your own meals or try to find better priced food, you might be ahead of the game. Hey, how you doing, Gino? So in a way, the partial benefits of inflation from a nomad's perspective, pay rates have gone up, which that's a good thing, but like I said, everything else is going up. But if I were to get a job in San Diego or somewhere around a border city and I'm able to spend most of my money on food and entertainment over the border, I'm going to get a better bang for my buck. And then doing in the United States, obviously. Pay rates going up are always a good thing, but inflation is going up also. So I think one of the things that I stress to people out there in the nomad's life, try to get a good pay rate, try to save some money, and then go somewhere else and spend your money. You're going to get a better deal overall. One of the most key aspects of doing what we do as nomads here is being able to park for free. That's a big thing. Being able to take showers at gyms reasonably priced. Being able to stay comfortable weather-wise or running a generator. That's another thing, obviously. So, I guess some partial benefits of the inflation. The pay rates have went up, but really, how is that going to help us all? Everything else has went up. It really only helps if you live in a van, because if you're not paying rent and rent's going up, and you're getting paid more, in a way that's a good thing as a nomad. Even though I'll be paying almost the same price as pretty much everybody else is paying, if I go to Mexico, I get a better deal. So the more that I could spend my money in Mexico or in another country, the better I'm off. And to make the money here. That's the reality and the gist of the matter. So Mike, I think one of my plans that I have, and I was just thinking about what I want to do, I'm pretty much up in the air. I'm pretty much up in the air about if I'm going to go back to Chicago or not. But any way you slice it or dice it, any way you look at it, if I go to Chicago, I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing. I know the routine. And if I go to California, the routine's going to change a little bit because you have a whole different geography and challenge, obviously. I think eventually what my goals are coming up is hopefully to eventually sell my van, probably in California, Oregon, or the state of Washington. Try to get as much money as I can for it, and try to work and save up some money, and try to figure out, get me a newer, larger RV. I think that's one of my goals. Not that I'm not happy in the Lisa Marie, but or I might be doing some extensive upgrades on the Lisa Marie. You know, one of the two. But put my heart and soul into this rig, and it served me well, and it's going to serve me for a long time. It's an investment rig, so it is what it is. Right now I'm sitting in the shade enjoying myself, enjoying the shade and coffee. And coming on here is just a diary of my life, nothing more, nothing less. Just talking it out with you guys. I got this fly that's kind of bothering me in here. There's not much flies out here in the desert, but I don't know where this guy came from, but it's kind of weird. You don't really see that many flies out here in the desert, but just in the past couple days I've been seeing some butterflies and flies. And they're kind of bothersome. They don't leave you alone. These flies out in the desert. I thought there wasn't any flies out in the desert, but there is. But anyways, folks, looking back at retrospect, you always got to look forward to something in life. And obviously I love travel, seeing and exploring new places, making progress in life. I like clothing and fashion. I like food. And I like motorhomes. You don't have to be rich in life to be happy, but you have to have a little bit of money to be happy. Not a lot, but a little bit. I think going to Mexico and spending the time I have opened up my eyes to the possibilities of the world and the possibilities of what I could do to make myself happy. I know I need money to survive. I don't need a lot. And I need a little bit of money to be happy, but not a lot. We all need to have that balance in life. The balance between work and play. We shouldn't overdo either one. It's always nice to have a healthy balance. I've been contemplating and thinking and procrastinating for a long time about what I'm going to do. It's been quite a while. And I can't believe I'm almost pretty much here. We're in the month of May. And sometimes it's hard to make a decision, you know, on what you want to do. But the decision making has to come soon, because time is of the essence. You know the old saying, time is money. We all need a peace of mind. We all need to progress. We all need to be happy. We all need to see our possibilities. We all need to see our possibilities and our goals, our dreams, our aspirations. We all need to be happy in life. Well, it's kind of hard to tell you guys that I've been in this procrastination, hesitation, contemplation mode for a long time, and I need to get out of this rut. Make a decision on what I'm going to do. It's about time. I need to put the pedal to the metal. I've been procrastinating and thinking too long. I don't know why, but it's just, you know, I'm in that mode. Well, I don't really have much else more to say, folks. Got possibilities. If I go to Chicago, the positive, I can see my mom. The weather's going to be cooler. It's easy for me to get a job. I can get right to working and making some money, replenishing my funds. But I'm not going to be that motivated in Chicago because I really don't like it. I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite place. If I go to San Diego like I originally planned, then it's somewhere I wanted to go and learn about, and I'll be much more motivated physically to get around, to exercise. I'll be much more motivated mentally to be able to learn the place. I'll be more motivated to work and make money and be productive, actually, and just realize and learn, is it for me or not, ultimately. What are the pros, what are the cons, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages? And the only way to know is if you try to find out. I know that El Paso is a viable option for me, very viable option, and I've been happy here overall, and I've been able to successfully do a lot of things here, learn about Mexico, learn about the parking, learn about the rules, learn about different things. And it's been a lot of learning, a lot of information. And I've stuck it out tight. It's been quite a year. Can't believe we're almost down to almost half of the year. If you think about it, just time just flies by, man. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that we're almost in June. Yeah. It's hard to believe. Time flies by. It is what it is, folks. Time flies by. Well, I don't have much else more to say, folks. Just want to come on here and give you guys my little diary. I got to get out of this mode of contemplating and thinking and procrastinating, which is not a healthy thing to do. I've been doing that day by day here, and it's not a good thing. Got to get the ball rolling. Why I've been procrastinating and contemplating is just the thought process, the thinking of thoughts, thought process. It's a hard decision to make. Do you go back to your routine or do you get a new routine? Sometimes it's hard to figure out or learn or realize. Yeah, it was a good decision to shave my head for a lot of reasons. Number one is I had a dandruff problem. And when you shave your head, you're able to put the coconut oil, which is great for your scalp. It's healthy for your scalp. I think shaving your head is a very healthy thing to do for anyone. Particularly, you can clean your scalp better. You can moisturize your scalp better with coconut oil, and it's healthier for your scalp. Scalp health is important, which is part of your skin, your epidermis. And also it's low maintenance. Low maintenance. I think the shaved head is good for a lot of people, especially if you're living in a van. It gets sweaty sometimes, and you can really wash your head very easily when you have short hair or shaved head. So, a lot of health aspects to it. And you know what? Some people look good with a shaved head. And if you grow facial hair with a shaved head, a lot of people do that. It's in style. It's a great style for men, particularly. Obviously not a woman, but for a man. So yeah, low maintenance. You're able to moisturize you're able to clean your scalp better with shampoo and conditioner. You're able to put your coconut oil on your scalp and moisturize the scalp. You'll have a healthier scalp. So having shorter hair is healthier for your scalp. And you're able to, like I said, clean it and moisturize it with shampoo and conditioner. And yeah, less shampoo, less conditioner, but mostly you're able to moisturize it. Moisturize your head with coconut oil, especially if you have dandruff. And pretty much my dandruff has been pretty much eliminated in dry scalp due to shaving my head. And the longer your hair, the more difficult you're going to have a time of treating your dandruff and your dry scalp. And the coconut oil is not going to absorb into the scalp. So, and you know, I look good with a shaved head. A lot of guys look good with a shaved head. And you just offset the look with just growing a beard or a goatee. And it gives you a little bit of contrast. And it looks good. And it's a good style for a lot of men. So I like it. Low maintenance. I feel cool. My scalp is healthier. And I can grow a goatee or a beard connect. And I look great. So I'm happy with it for now. So yeah, I wouldn't hesitate to tell any guy to shave your head. A lot of benefits to it. Especially if you're having a dandruff problem. Pretty much, my dandruff is pretty much cured. I have no more dry scalp or dandruff after shaving my head and applying coconut oil. It's really helped out. Really helped out a ton. And that brings down the itching, the inflammation, the dryness. And it's God's coconut oil to moisturize your scalp. You got to remember, your scalp is part of your skin. It's part of your epidermis here. When you have dry skin, what do you got to put on it? You got to put lotion, moisturizer. So with all that hair in the way, you really can't absorb. It's better to just shave it all off and revitalize your skin and moisturize your skin to scalp on your head. And that's one of the best things about shaving your head is for a guy. It also looks good on guys. So I wouldn't hesitate telling any guy to shave their head. Michael Jordan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, a lot of guys that are famous shaved their head. Vin Diesel, The Rock. It's a very common thing, and it's a great thing. With that being said, folks, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pop on out of here. I just can't believe I'm still in my procrastination, contemplation, thinking mode, but I got to bust out of this bubble here and get something going on. I've been idle and off of work too long, way too long. And I'm ready to get back in the workforce, ready to make some money, and ready to be productive. And stop lounging around. Not good. And that's the bottom line. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pop on out of here. Like I said, the reason I come on here, nothing more, nothing less, is just a diary. Talk it out with you guys and check in. Janice and everybody else, I hope you guys have a good day. Either way, whichever way I go, whatever I do, I'll let you guys know. And this is just a diary of my life. I don't really have a drive to be on social media that much anymore. It's just not my drive or passion or motivation now in life. Don't really have that. It's just a diary. It's just a diary. And just to socially interact with the handful that come in here and say hello. That's about it, nothing more, nothing less. Sometimes it's good to talk things out and let people know your mind. It's a good thing to talk things out. You know, it kind of prepares you for the inevitable of the decision-making process of doing things in life. It's good to talk things out and be rational and be realistic and have common sense. You know? So that's why I see this social media outlet as just a way to talk things out, relieve myself, get things off my chest, keep a diary, keep in touch with you guys. That's about it, nothing more, nothing less. That is what it is, folks. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get on out of here. Hope you guys have a good, productive, positive day. And just my word of advice to everybody: if you're in the same, I don't know what that noise is, but it sounds like a snake. That's kind of weird. Kind of sounds like a rattlesnake. But could be a rattlesnake. That's what it sounds like. Can't be a sprinkler system. That's what it sounded like, a rattlesnake, literally. Maybe there is a rattlesnake out there. Let me see what the hell's going on around here. Hold on a second. I've been hearing weird noises in the desert. Well, anyways, guys, to wrap this up, a word of advice for everybody out there. If you're in procrastination mode and you're thinking mode, reasoning mode, it's always good to sometimes be prepped and plan out and think things, but I've been in procrastination mode way too long. It's not a good thing. You got to make a decision sometimes. Sometimes it might not be the right decision, but you never know unless you try to experiment. And I just remember to know one thing in life. The more you try, the better in life you'll be. Sometimes, like I said, a lot of times in life we fail. We win some, we lose some. And in life, I believe it's just better to try. Just better to try, and the more you try, you learn from your mistakes and you get better. That's all we can do. Is a lot of times we fail, but we learn from our mistakes and we get better. And when you get better, you feel better about yourself. You know, that's just the way life is. That's the progression of our souls. We're always here to be tested and to learn from our mistakes and just to get better with things. And that's just the way life is. You know, sometimes you got to make a decision. You know, might not be the right decision, might not be the best decision, but the best thing that'll ever happen to anybody actually is if you just try, you get the experience, and even if you fail, you go back at it and you get better. And you get better, and you get better, and you get better. You learn from your mistakes, and that's the one key in life that I'm going to stress out to everybody. We all need to prep. We all need to have reason. We all need to have common sense. We all should procrastinate a little bit and think and make wise decisions. But at the same time, we got to make a decision at the end of the day. And just remember, if you make a mistake, don't feel bad about yourself. If you fail, don't feel bad about yourself. You're just going to get better at it. And better at it until you overcome whatever you're trying to overcome. That's just the way life is, folks. Alright, guys. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pop on out of here. Hope you guys have a good day. A blessed day wherever you may be in this world, you know. Just remember, folks. Learn from your mistakes. Correct them. Don't make the same mistake twice, and you'll feel better about yourself. That's the bottom line. All right, guys, have a good day.